Do do do. Let's see. Let's play some music. No. Close that. There we go. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Should we play some music? I want to play something for you guys. I'm going to play you guys some music, and if you guys want to have me react to something, we'll see what we can do. We got some people down the Discord that sent me some really cool stuff for me to check out. So we're going to check that out in just a moment. I'm going to play some music for us, though. Or should we play, what do you guys think? Should we do some Pat Reacts to stuff first? Did anybody put anything in the Discord? We got a couple people. Paytones is here. What do you guys think? Should we put some stuff? Should we do some Pat Reacts to stuff instead of playing music right away? I think that's a good idea. Everybody who posted something in the to the Discord. If you didn't know there's a Discord, it's free. You can just go into the link in my channel description, and you can post something there. Who put something up there? I think Peyton did. Paytones, you put something there? I know you did because we talked about it. You were like, I'm going to show this again. I'm like, It's got to be something for me to react to I haven't seen yet. All right, we'll do that. Anybody else send anything in the chat? Who's out there? You out there? Did you put anything in the Pat Reacts toast or roast chat? Let me see what you guys put in there. There's not a ton of stuff. I think there's like maybe 5 or 6 things. I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys a little bit of time. Let me turn off the. Let me put off this. Put all that stuff off. Yeah, we'll chat for a little bit. Yeah, if you guys want to send something, let me actually make a sign for everybody. Text. Discord link and channel description. Toast or roast. Pat Reacts. Toast or roast. There we go. Now I'm just going to center this. Probably should have did this before I started streaming, but sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen. So that's the thing. You got to be able to roll. You got to be able to roll with stuff. Yeah, Discord link is in the channel description. Pat Reacts, Toast or Roast. You can see it in there. Sharky says, can you play Drain You? Hey, buddy. We're going to be playing music later. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, early stream. I posted about it on the Discord. Join the Discord. It's free. You can just Discord link is in the channel description. You'll see it in there. So, what do we got here? Yelpa says, "What's your guitar? You've never seen one of these before? It's a Fender Jaguar. I like it. I did a couple things to it, so I'll give you guys some time to see if anybody else adds anything to the Discord. So we'll see." If you're new, you might have trouble posting stuff just because we try to make sure people don't just join and spam a bunch of crap. You know what I mean? Jonathan says, can you play a song by Simon and Garfunkel? We're not really playing music right now. We're just kind of hanging out. We're just doing like questions and answers, and we're going to do reactions to your guys' stuff. So if you got guitars, if you guys got pictures of rock band T-shirts or art, something, I don't know, post something to that Discord link. We'll see what we can do for you. But just be warned, if you're there to troll, you can't really do stuff immediately. You You got to go through some stuff. So, All Blues says, can you read music? Not really. Sheet music's really interesting. I've noticed there's a pretty weird phenomena with people that write music and play music. Anybody ever notice this? Let me explain something to you guys. Anybody notice this? There's people that write music and play music and perform, I should say, and they tend to not know how to read sheet music, whereas people that play other people's music, like orchestras or jazz bands, things like that, they tend to read sheet music. You ever notice that? Isn't that interesting? The people writing the music are not playing it as much as the people that are in orchestras and stuff. Isn't that interesting? Pretty interesting. So, Sharky says, what would you rank Harley Benton's on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I've only played 2 of them. I've only played 2, and I actually really liked them, especially for the money. Yeah, they're trying what Harley Benton, if you don't play guitar, Harley Benton, here, I'll grab a guitar for you guys so you guys can check it out. They're a company, they're like an in-house brand. So there's like a guitar company called, I think it's Thomann. And what they do is they have their own store, and then they have guitars that they make for that store only. So it'd be like if Guitar Center had Mitchell, which they do. Mitchell's an in-house brand. So if you have a Mitchell guitar, that's owned by Guitar Center. So the idea is that Harley Benton, what they do is they only get guitars to that one shop, and so they don't have to mark it up as much. Or they don't have to. But I think they're well made. They're not perfect, but I'll tell you what, I think I like them a lot better than Epiphone, a lot better than a lot of Squier stuff that's in the same price range. Once you go above their price range, though, it gets a little difficult, but I think they're great. So, but yeah, hey, if you guys are asking for music, we're not doing that right now. We're going to be doing that later. We're going to be looking at stuff that people post to the Discord link that's in the channel description if you want me to react to it. We're going to be doing that in just a couple minutes. But if you guys got questions about music, guitar, streaming, anything you guys really want to say, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody want to say anything about that? But yeah, Harley Benton is it's a nice company. I like them. Like if they approached me and said, "Hey, would you want to play one of our instruments on your show?" I'd be like, "All right, I already do." I like them. I have a whole bunch of other stuff, though. There's a whole bunch of other guitars that we have on the show that I really enjoy. But anybody new to the show? If you're new on the show, let me know where you're from. See somebody from India. How you doing, buddy? Hope you guys are doing okay over there. Two Cat says, do you prefer standard or half-step down tuning? You know what? That's an interesting question because I tend to write more stuff half-step down. But for some reason, I mean, my brain always goes to standard, though. But I write more in half-step down. I play more half-step down guitar stuff. If you guys don't know what that means, it's a tuning for guitar. So most guitars will be tuned to what is called E standard. And that would be how 90% of the songs you hear, if you hear a guitar, it's an E standard. So... but the idea is that a lot of other artists will play with they'll take the guitar and they'll tune it down. So instead of playing this, it'll be tuned to that. And so the bass line where you start with guitar is a little bit lower, and that makes everything else a little bit lower. But it's fascinating how just little tiny differences make you feel a little bit better when playing and singing and things like that. So. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Sharky says, is there a featherweights tutorial out there? No, not yet. A lot of people are asking me to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the Patreon first so that people can get some insider knowledge on how to play certain songs. But it's really not that hard. It's really not. If you just watch my hands during the song, you'll figure it out. Thank you so much, Paytones, for the wonderful, wonderful donations. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of stuff up there that gets posted online. So eventually you'll find somebody just – yes, Two Cat knows how to play that song. Two Cat, what you could do is you could undercut the market. You could be like, hey, everybody, it's Two Cat here. I'm going to teach you how to play Patrick Gnarly's band Finals Featherweight. And then you just show it off. And I'm going to go, no! Or you'll teach it incorrectly, and then I'll show you how to really play it. It's pretty funny. What tuning is it in? You should be able to figure that out. Half step down. If you notice, only certain guitars on the show get used for certain songs, and those songs are played in specific tunings, and they share that. I can show you guys real quick. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about with my band's music? Featherweight? Okay, hold on a second, real quick. Is that everybody's favorite song for my band right now? Because I find it so interesting. There's so many songs, so many different things that I've written in the last years, couple years now, 10 years. But it just, Featherweight, that was a song I was never even going to post, and then somebody heard it, and they went, wait, play it again. And it's just really funny. Paytone says, I like Get By. Okay. Kath says, I must really listen to your band. You can. Check out the link in my my channel description. Not only is there a Discord link, my music's in there. You can check it out. They Call Me Morgan says, my band will be opening for Simple Plan, our first big break. That's interesting, dude. I didn't even know if Simple Plan was still touring. That's awesome. You're opening for them. I hope it works out for you. I stopped playing live. I just play on stream. I find it way more enjoyable. It's way more enjoyable. You know, you can set your own times. You can play to as many people as you want. But that being said, hey, if you're playing live and you're getting paid for it, that's awesome. Everyone's give a shout out to Morgan, who's saying that you're actually getting some love. Yeah, I couldn't get that when I was playing live in front of people. It's all big. What is it called? Dice roll. It's a big dice roll, and I kept getting snake eyes. So, but I got some luck with streaming. So, all right, I think we got enough people. I think it's been long enough. I think enough people care or they don't. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna pull up some stuff on the Discord. We can check it out. We'll see some people's guitars. We'll see people's art. We'll see people's other things. I'll tell you what, though. I want everybody in the chat to spam toast or roast. Either do the toast emoji or the meat emoji. I want to see everybody in the chat get hype, because it's not going to be very long. There's not very many things we're going to be looking at, but we'll give it a shot. So I'll see what we can do. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Nobody's excited? Nobody cares? What? Nuh-uh. Sharky says, I'm watching right now while playing Red Dead 2. Hey, if you want to be part of the show, helps out to watch. Okay, well now I see some toast. I see Two Cat, Paytones, Kath with some toast. We got Floyd with the roast. There's no toast emoji? There's a bread emoji. That counts as toast to me. That's toast in my heart. Keep it coming. I want to see that whole chat filled up. Memes. We're not doing that right now, buddy. We're doing a toast or roast of some gear and some pictures. We're not playing music right now. We'll play music later. So stick around if you want to hear some music. All right. Yeah, stick around. We'll play some music later. All right. So let me delete some messages, because I don't want those things distracting us. So give me one moment, everybody. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm doing, there's a Discord link in the channel description. You can go to the Pat Reacts. Willie sent a donation saying, hey, when did you start playing guitar? Nice name, buddy. You're not going to get me with that. I love it when people do that. That's funny, dude. Anyways, when did I start playing guitar? You guys want to take a guess? Thank you for the $2. Anybody want to take a guess? There's so much toast on the screen. Perfect. Lorenzo says, can I see your pedal board? There's a video. Go to my channel. Go to the video that says the gear video, and boom, you're good. Real name is Matt. Yeah? Cool, dude. Anyways, all right, we're going to show you guys some stuff. But I'll tell you what, buddy. I started playing guitar when I was about 14, and I didn't even want to play. My brother's a bass player, and my dad was getting him a bass. And my dad asked, as he's walking out the door, he's like, do you want to play? You want a guitar? I'm going to get you a guitar. And I said, sure. Didn't even ask. Just was like, all right, I guess so. And I love it. So, all right, everybody, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys some stuff. We're going to make this a little smaller. We're going to put this down here. Let me know if you can't see something. So we're going to do a window capture. So bear with me here. Let's see here. Discord. All right, so let me move that over here. We're going to chop off some of the unnecessary stuff. We'll do like one thing at a time. So, all right, so right off the bat, oh God. Folks, what is that? What is that? What is that? Somebody got their feet in the guitar picture. Clearly, we need to roast this. We need to roast this. Cinders, I told you I'd get you. All right, everybody. Buddy, I didn't know I was going to a barbecue. Look at the hogs on the screen right now. Good Lord. Do not toast that. Do not toast that. Roast it. We got to roast this. Cinders is, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but you guys don't know this. Cinders is left-handed. Look at that. We got left-handed guitar action. This is interesting, too. Oh, real quick. Your volume knob is at 1. So you better crank that up, buddy. Come on now. Also, what's the sticker? Can anyone read the sticker? I can't read what the sticker is. It's a little too small. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Get that. Look at the... It almost looks like bird feet. Anyways, so we got neck pickup on. There's some sticker here. I can't read that, though. Can anyone read that? And then we have the whammy bar. Got to have the whammy. And then the volume looks like it's turned off. So I don't know what to tell you. But I think we should roast this. Everybody roast this. Sharky said, looks like my dinner. What? You're getting roasted next. All right, anyways. So we're going to move on. Looks like we've got Paytone in the chat. We're going to scroll down. We got some beautiful art. Look at this. We got some beautiful art. Look at those flowers. What kind of flowers are these? They look like watermelons. These watermelon flowers? Chad, is that a real thing? Watermelon flowers? What kind of flowers are these? Chad, you know what these are? I don't know. I like it, though. It's pretty. Oh, I thought it was huge. It looks like it's like this big. What do you guys think? Toast or roast? I think toast. Big toast on this one. Like it. Like the colors. Like the white outlines. What flowers are these? What flowers are these? I don't know what these are. If I look up watermelon flower, will this come up? Chad, is that real? Watermelon flowers? Hello from Brazil. Hey, obrigado. What's up, buddy? That's Portuguese, right? Portuguese. All right. Watermelon flowers. Is that a thing? Oh, apparently watermelon grow flowers. That makes sense. That's not what they're called, though. They're lilies? They're lilies? Those are lilies? Oh, they are! I did not know that's what lilies look like. Okay. All right, well, we'll go on to the next one. We got... Ooh, chat. What do we think? I think that's beautiful. Look at the candle in the dark. That's a song from me. If I let go. Can we get some toast in the chat, folks? If you're just joining us, drop a link. Go to the Discord link in my channel description. I have a Pat Reacts Toast or Roast. We're going to talk about whatever you're posting there. It's a media-only channel, so you got to post pictures, stuff like that. I'm going to look at it ahead of time. That way, if anyone posts anything weird, you don't get away with it. But I think it looks good. Chat, I'm thinking super toast on that one. Let's get some toast. I love that. This is great. I like that a lot. Very pretty. Very cool. Yeah, I like the color. I like how the wax looks real. You know what I mean? The fire, it's like, okay, drawn, cool, like it. The wax looks real. You know what I mean? I think it's good. Kat says, hey, Pat, do you think I should still keep practicing guitar because I keep on comparing myself to you and other guitarists? Dude, I watch other guitar players. I think you should worry less about not necessarily comparison, because so people say comparison is the thief of joy, but you kind of have to have a goal. You got to have something you're going towards, right? Like, what do you want to do? I don't want to be like a shredder or like, playing crazy stuff. I just want to write good music that I like. That's what I want to do. I want to sing guitar and play guitar. That's what I want to do. I want to write music. I wanted to be a songwriter. So you got to figure out what you want to do. So maybe you don't want to be like a super guitar player. Maybe you just want to write music. Figure out what you like. That's what I recommend to you. All right, everybody. We got some more here. We got Everett who said, just a cake I made. What? Look at this cake. Bum, 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 bum. Chat, you did not make that. That's crazy looking. What do we think? Toast? Toast? Are we at toast with this one? I think super toast on this. Look at this. This is someone's cake, apparently. What are you making cakes for, Everett? What's going on with that? Why are you making cakes? What's the occasion? Also, interesting color choices. We got, what is this, like Fiesta Red with the white frosting? Paytone says, oh my God, I can send the cake I made where I spelled birthday wrong. You better do it. Sharky says, hungry now? All right. Let's get some toast in the chat, everybody. All right. This is something we don't usually do here on the show, but we're doing what we can. Wow. Everybody, hold on. Check this out. Wow. Super toast. How much toast can we post? Wow, look at all the little detail. Look at this. It almost, I mean, the dog looks like a dog, but it looks like you could pet it. Look at that dog. I love it. Look at this dog. We got this cool little, and everything looks like it's the same, what's it called? Everything looks like it's the same kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? There's no like incompleteness to it. It looks like it's its own complete thematic, aesthetic, everything. Can we get some toast in the chat? This is from Abs. We got Abby in here. Look at this beauty. I want to see everybody. Hold on. I want to see what everybody has to say. I want to know what everyone has to say. What do you guys think about this art? This is incredible. You can see little clouds in the background. Well, like, what's this in the back? What is that? Is that a building? Looks like a building back there. I think it looks sick. Chicken Tender says, Pat, I can't send a pic on the Discord. We already talked about that, buddy. We talked about that not that long ago. I said that I'm not a fan. I think that you could, for the money, you could probably get better guitars. But that being said, any guitar that you have and you enjoy and you play, hey, man, it's your hands. It's your play style. Just because I think there's better stuff for the money doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I mean? I just think you can do better. But if you like it, hey, keep it. I think this is great. This is incredible. Well, we got a little doggy. We got Abs. Thank you so much for posting that. What else we got here? We got a little bit more. Ooh. Let me move my stupid little sign here. Down here a little bit. Can you guys still see this? You know what? I'll make myself a little smaller. There we go. I think that's the answer. Make myself a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to close that. Wow. We got, what are these, koi fish? It looks like they're giant. Epic, Floyd says. I think this looks great. We got some beautiful koi fish. They look like they're kind of floating over an island. Is this sand? This looks like sand. I don't think this is sand. What is this? I think that's just like the paper. It looks like it's floating out of the paper. That is so cool. Look at this. Even this little splatter of paint in the corner, it looks like it's meaningful to it, you know? I think it looks fantastic. Look at the little detail on the koi fish. This is so cool looking. Look at that. I think this is awesome. Also, this line, that is not part of the art. That is my background. So, you think it's the paper, Kurt? I think so. I think you're right. But it looks like sand. I think it looks incredible. Got a lot of detail. But you know what? I always say this about art. It's not about the detail necessarily. It's about how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? How does this make you feel? There's a lot of stuff that's posted and made. Like, I really liked Paytones' Candle in the Dark because the wax. The wax looked it looked like it's three-dimensional. I like the realism, but I like that. How does it make you feel? Because I'm like, oh, Candle in the Dark. I like that. I have a song called Candle in the Dark. So we got this Koi Island looking thing. Really pretty. Or they're inside of a giant thing of lettuce. I'm not sure. But let's keep it rolling. I think we should. You guys think we should keep going? Let's keep it going. Oh, we got more. Abs is crushing right now. Hold on. We got to see. Abs put a message here that says, my art is at the Works of Abby on Instagram. And I do commissions. Oh, so if you guys want to get some art, look at that. Sneaky stealth advertisement. Like it. That's smart. That's smart to do. Look at that. Hey, put yourself out there. Let's go look at some more art. What do we got here? Chat. We got some incredible. Look at that. Look how lonely that little swan looks. Or is that a swan or is that a stork? I don't know what that is. What is that? What kind of bird is that? I don't know, but it looks lonely. He's just hanging out by the pond. Just being a bird. Hanging out. You got the little river thing in the background. Look at the water. I think the water looks great. All the theme, everything you see looks like it's meant to be together. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. Corrupt Studio says, my acoustic has a lion chart into it. Should I send it? Why not? Why not? I think it looks great. Chat, what do you think? We got some toast in there? Let me get some toast. I see Floyd posting a lot of toast. If you like the post, toast or roast. This is great. Yeah, look at this. I could never do something like this. I don't have the patience in video, or not video, in paint. But I like art. I used to take art history, actually. But I think this looks great. A fantastic look to it. What else we got here? We got a little kid. Oh, we got kitty cat. Look at the eyes on the cat. Look at that. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in. Look, there's you can see almost the glassiness of the eye. Again, those little details. They don't have to be super strong, but Music says, I want to post a song, but I'm not level. Yeah, you can't really post music. You got to wait a little bit to join the Discord before you can just, because we don't want people to join and just post a bunch of trash. You know what I mean? We've had people try to do that. But what do you guys think? Kitty cat? Look at this kitty cat. Look at this. Can we get the pause? Look at that. Look at all the detail. Every one of the hairs stands out. We got, snow in the background. We got some trees. You get the depth. I think it looks great. But the eyes really seals the deal, doesn't it? Those eyes really seal the deal. And again, this black line, that's part of my background. Sorry about that. I think it looks fantastic. Here, let me do some. Okay, so I'm going to close that. That's a kitty cat. Beautiful, beautiful artistry. So now it looks like, we got some guitars. Whoa, we got Floyd the Barber in the chat posting this, it looks like. Does anyone know what guitar this is? This is a Gretsch. I don't know what the model is. What is it, a 6120, 5150? They always give names to these guitars that are like numbers. They got the Duo Jet. They have the Duo Sonic. They've got the White Falcon. They've got the Silver Penguin. They got some great names, but then they have stuff like this where it's just like numbers. They're like BMW. They're like, here's your car. Here's your guitar. It's a bunch of numbers. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So I think that's very interesting how that works. Jack Wallace says, hey, Pat, I'm really sorry to hear about the leak. I respect if you don't want to talk about it. Just wanted to say it's sad to hear. Don't let it stop you from making music, Patrick. I look forward to it. Hey, no, it's not a big deal. The way I look at it is it's a breach of trust, but it didn't really impact me financially. If you don't know, I had an album that came out, or it's coming out on the 14th, and I shared the link with some people just to say, hey, do you have any suggestions? What do you think of the album? And apparently somebody posted it, or maybe other people. I don't know. So all I know is that way too many plays for only 6 or 7 people. So unless somebody like pressed play and then left it on, I mean, but here's the thing. Once I changed the link so that people couldn't listen to it anymore, it went away. So there were no more plays on it. So obviously somebody was listening to it or they posted it somewhere or something. It doesn't make sense to have, I don't know, what was the amount of plays on it? Hold on, let me pull it up. You know what? This is beside the point. We won't talk about that, but yeah, it was pretty high up there for just a single person or a couple people to listen to it. So, but anyways, but yeah, these are great guitars. I think this is a great photo. I like the depth. You can actually see the detail on the guitar. You can see how shiny it is. Yeah, these are cool. I'm not a big fan of semi-hollows for how they play. I like how they sound a lot, actually. But yeah, there's a weird thing with semi-hollow guitars. I used to have one for a long time, then I smashed it on the show. Here's the thing. Let me show you guys something, some insider information. You see these knobs? There's no back plate. Like, I'll show you something. On a lot of electric guitars, they have a back plate that you take off to like do maintenance on these things. So that way it's not as difficult. On these guitars, there is no back plate. You have to go in through this little violin hole. You have to go through there, and it's a pain in the ass, dude. It's awful. Oh, it's horrible. Oh. So I pray you don't have to ever mess with that. So it's pretty rough. Thin lines? No, those are great. I like thin lines, like Tellys. They made a Jaguar and a Strat version too. But yeah, the Telly thin lines are cool. But yeah, just the whole back plate thing. That's what makes me not want to play those. Also, while you're playing plugged in, you can hear the guitar acoustically, and it's really off-putting. So I don't like using those anymore. I could see why they're kind of dying off, but I could understand why they still exist. So anyways, let's keep looking at some guitars or pictures or whatever we got here. Looks like we got a Strat. Ooh, tortoiseshell. That's a good looking red too. What is this? What is this, a Squier? I don't know what this is. Let me see something. Usually with Squiers and stuff, you can tell by the, no, it might be a Fender. I don't know. What is this, a Fender? What is this? Floyd, what is this? Squier Bullet? Okay. Yeah, usually you can tell with the dots, with how close or how far apart they are, if it's American or if it's made in, Mexico, Japan, Indonesia, stuff like that. This is made in Mexico. But the dots and the headstock is a dead giveaway. If this little plug right here, yeah, that usually gives it away what it is. Also, the bridge saddles, they should say Fender if they're Fender. I don't see Fender right there. So anyways, not a big deal. But what I'm saying is that's a cool color. Did you replace the pickguard? Because it looks cool. I like the red. I personally wouldn't do that. I used to have a guitar that had that, and I took it off and I made it that mint green kind of thing. So like this. So I had a guitar like this that looked like that, but I took off the pickguard, and it went from red tortoiseshell to mint green. I think the mint green, white on white with the rosewood, looks really good. But I think it looks cool. I think it's cool. How do you like how it plays? I'm warming up to Squier, dude. Having to buy and smash guitars all the time. You got to warm up. The fretboard looks good too, nice and dark. Pretty good. I like it. As long as you enjoy playing it, it's excellent, especially if you got it for a good price. So I like it. All right, so let's see what else we got. Somebody posted a song for some reason. We're not going to be looking at that just yet. Sorry about that, buddy. We get a lot of people that post songs and audio files, things like that. We're not going to be doing that right now. We're going to be looking at pictures because it's a little more interesting. But maybe we'll come back. We'll listen to that. I'm not sure. But, yeah, we're not going to click on any links. Oh, is that the last one? Okay. So we got a birthday cake. We got strawberries. We got layers. And we got plenty of frosting here. Look at this frosting, everybody. I like how thin the strawberries are. We got some good strawberry action right there. And then it's you said something about you misspelled it. Happy birthday. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Happy birthday, everybody. I like how you underlined it. You know what's funny? That's an easy fix. That's just like a line right here. Right there. You even have a little dot right there. You could just be like, swoop. Here, we'll fix that. We'll fix that for you. Hold on. Can I edit this? Is there a way to edit this in the app? Isn't that a function on the phone? Can't you edit it? All right, whatever. You didn't notice till like a week later? You mean you posted that online on a Discord while on YouTube? That'll be on there forever? No way. Well, you did now. But let me put this back up here. Well, man, not a lot of people, not a lot of reactions from folks on here. Yeah, we didn't get a whole ton of stuff. That's okay. My birthday. It sounds like my birthday is so cool. Everyone, I like my birthday. Yeah, you sound like almost like posh British. My birthday. Happy birthday. How are you doing? Happy birthday. So, all right. Floyd the Barber says, I made a new post. All right, so let me check this out. That's how the red and white guitar used to look. Oh, so you did change it. Ah, yeah. See, I prefer. Oh, it's just like a white, like a cream. Let me explain something to you guys real quick about guitars. So let me explain something. So look how different this picture looks with these colors, with this background. Look at this color. This isn't like purely white because this is white, or at least mostly. Look how yellow this is, but it doesn't look yellow. You know what I mean? It isn't looking yellow. Xavier says, I'm loving the shirts you've been wearing, Patrick. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people are like, you should wear this. You should do the what are they, lumberjack look. And I went, you know what? I'll give it a shot. And I've had nothing but compliments. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Cinder says, do you like my grippers? Chat, what do you think? Can we get some roast? Can we get some roast in the chat? Dude, we destroyed them. Anyways, yeah, look at the color, though, difference, because this doesn't look bad. When you look at it, like, without the white pickup covers, this looks good. It looks good. It's a nice little thing. Even with the white, actually, I should say. But when you go down to this one, you could see, oh, yeah, very tapioca, very, off-white, cream, bone-colored, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely different. I actually prefer, like, because if you look at the neck, you get that nice little effect where it pops out. That's how I like my stuff. Yeah, that's one of my favorite colors combinations. Mint green, or at least a lightly off color pickguard, and then you get the rosewood with the white. I love it. When I was a kid, this is funny. Actually, I want to say something. But I had this Strat, and I did not realize that the pickguard was, or not pickguard, the fingerboard, the fretboard was maple. I mean, obviously it is, right? But I saw somebody else's guitar with a black pickguard, and I went, that looks sick. So I changed it to black, and I went, wait a second. Oh, those look completely different. So I screwed up. But I think it looks cool now. It looks like a 70s Strat, which most people don't have. So, but yeah, very cool color. Also, look at that whammy bar. We got another whammy user. Do you guys use the whammy bar, or do you just keep it on there? I never use my whammy bars, ever. I find it very difficult to keep them in tune and do everything they need to do. So give me 1 second. Look at these at a time. And then we have an off-brand Mustang. Oh, the LYV. I've seen these. How do you like it? I actually considered buying one of these because it has the Tune-O-Matic. And then obviously it has this Jaguar Jazzmaster style tremolo, which is like this. They're kind of a pain, in my opinion. But if you just use them as a stop tailpiece, they look cool. I definitely like all the chrome. Like, that looks really cool, this little giant shape. But the Tune-O-Matic bridge, this is like, ooh, cool. Are you going to modify it, Floyd? What do you got here? You got the, because if you notice, on a lot of, I want to make sure I don't hit my lamp. If you see this metal plate right here, it's plastic. So if you want it to look like a Mustang, you'd have to change that. And then, yeah, that's cool, dude. A Ghost of Maiden says, where are these posts? Oh, sorry, I have the link thing. Probably too low. Right here. Oh, it's probably too high now. Discord link is in my channel description. Pat Reacts, Toast or Roast. You'll see the Discord. I'll warn you, though, you can't really do stuff right away. You kind of have to earn your spot there. But that being said, you could still post things later for next time or something like that. We don't want people to join and just post a bunch of trash and junk and, try to troll. So we have like a little bit of a wait. You got to do stuff like that. But yeah, I was legitimately, this is not a joke, I was looking at these the other day. Also, how do you like the pickup selectors? Ooh. I hate these, dude. These are the worst. They break, they're not fast, and they get in the way. I hate these, dude. I hate them. I disable them on every guitar. My Jaguar has them. I took them right out. None of that. None of these. I have a toggle switch. And I got these are just for show, baby. Yeah, I took those out immediately. I would put a toggle switch if you plan on switching. 100%. Both of my Jaguars, I did that. Toggle switch. Disabled. That does nothing. Just for show. I like the chrome. Chrome will take you home, buddy. Love the chrome. You duct taped yours? Hey, that's fast too. That's what Kurt did. I decided to make it foolproof. Like you cannot mess it up. It is completely taken out, is disabled. It's just there for show. But yeah, these are cool. I like how it's got the shape right. This is the most important part, the Tune-O-Matic. It makes it feels more solid. You know what's weird though? Can we talk about this? On a guitar, this is what's really weird. People often really like the fact that this doesn't move and it's like rock solid. But, I mean, according to like most like understanding of when you go out of tune because the guitar string can't move. It like gets stuck, and when you pull it, it like pulls more, and then it can't go back to the position it was, right? So it's really interesting. Ghost of Maiden says, I posted mine. Wait till you see it. We'll check it out. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, really like this. How much did you pay, Floyd? Dear boy Floyd, how much did you pay, sir? Let me know. I'm going to say 200, 220? Less? No more than 300, right? You didn't pay more than $300. Yep, $200. Speaking of paying for stuff, you guys can buy some Patrick Gnarly merch. Linked in the bio. Also, my new album comes out on the 14th. If you guys want to check it out, link is in the channel description for all my music. Very cool. Also, love all the blankets. Very funny. But yeah, what is the company called? IYV. They should have went with Ivy. IVY. Also, the headstock looks very Fender. Like most people have to do like different headstock designs and it ends up looking bad. This I'm okay with this. This chat, you think so? You think this looks good? It looks like a Fender headstock. Like from afar, you can't really tell. Right there. It's pretty damn close. Because a lot of times they make it look really weird. I think the two best companies that make headstock designs that look like Fender, I would say, is LTD. They just like shaved off the top. And then who's the other one? Fender, because they just made a bigger version of it, which was very smart. They redesigned it with the bigger headstock. So, all right, let me just move this back to where it was. Make it smaller. Put this back up here. Shh. You guys can see this, right? It's not cut off. Okay, cool. Anyways, all right, so let's see what else we got here. Wow, a lot more posts. Okay. So, dang, dude, Floyd's got a lot of stuff. What do we got here? This is a Harmony. Whoa, blast from the past. Look at this thing. Now, this is before they really figured out what they were doing with pickups and designs. If you look, this still has like a wooden bridge. So if you take the strings off, that thing whoosh, pops right off. So if you move that, you're toast. You are out of there. Try not to repost stuff, Ghost of Maiden. Please, I would delete it and then, post it again. Try not to post the same image more than once. When people do that, it's kind of like skipping in line. Like, oh, I want you to see this again. Look at pickup selector right here. Pretty good spot. I like that spot. I would prefer it up here, though. But, We got the 4 knobs. Do you know what year this was? You know what year this was when this was made? Harmony. I don't know much about harmonies. You got D'Addario strings. You can see the rainbow. Got the M&Ms. We got what looks like fake binding on the neck. You see this white line. Usually with fake binding, it's just paint or it's just a it's colored. Real binding, you can feel. It's like covering the string fret ends and stuff like that. So yeah, it's probably just a picture. So if you see like lines and stuff. So Max says, where do I send a pic of my guitar? There's a sign right up there, buddy. Anyways, yeah, I like the color. How does it play, Floyd? How does it play? You like it? I think it looks great. I think, you know what? This would probably be a great guitar to play 505 from Arctic Monkeys on. That's like the guitar that they used in it. It's good color. I usually hate red too. You know that because I have a red guitar. I have a red guitar right here, and I hate red, so I just put black electric tape all over it. And I was like, I'm not painting this. I'm just going to ruin it. I think it looks cooler with the black electric tape, to be honest. And then I had to sand this off because, contrary to popular, does anyone know anything about guitars with nitro? Anyone know about nitro versus polyester finishes? The poly finish, the idea is that nitro, people really like it because it lets the guitar breathe and stuff. Honestly, I think most people kind of screw it up. It gets really sticky. On the back of the neck, it doesn't bother me because my hands don't sweat. But on the forearm, where your arm touches it, yeah, you get some sweat on there. Oh, it's awful. So I actually like the poly finishes because they last longer and they don't react with sweat. So it's pretty interesting how that works. But yeah, I like this. How much did you pick this up for, Floyd? You like this guitar? What is it? It's a Harmony what? What is this? Let me figure it out. It's got those 2 single coils that are really weird looking, like P90s. Let me see. Harmony what? I look like a trucker right now? Yeah, right. Doot, doot. All right, anyways. Harmony, guitar, P90. Floyd says, it was my grandpa's. It's a Harmony Rocket. Okay. Let me look this up. Harmony Rocket. I'm going to keep looking. What year is it from? We're going to figure this out today, chat. Oh, I think I found it. Wow, that was fast. HS or H54? H54 it looks like. Yeah. H54/1. What a great name for a guitar. Harmony Rocket H541. So let's look at some pictures of this. I want to see. We're going to look at this. How much is this worth? 1970. Okay, so it's a little bit after. Wow! That's worth a couple $100, dude. Yeah. Yeah, there's one that they're, let's see how much they sell for. Let's see how much they sell for. You always want to look up how much they're selling for. People can ask any price. But, you know. Yeah, dude, you got a pretty expensive guitar there. Don't sell it. Unless you want to. I don't care. But, let's see here. Sold. Sold listings. All filters. Show only. Sold listings. All right. 0 of them sold. Ooh! Well, they're asking for a lot. Yeah, they're asking for a lot. I'll tell you that. But I don't see any sold listings, so good luck with that. But, cool guitar. I like it. I do like that. The neck is probably, if you look at the neck, it's like super narrow. At least it looks like it. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I like it, though. Oh, they have a 6-in-line headstock version with gold foil pickups. Is it a bolt-on neck? Yeah, it's probably bolt-on. Made in USA. Made in USA. Right on. Plastic parts all over the place. That's when they were really starting to figure that out. Yep. Look at that thing. I like it, dude. You should play that more often. So we're going to keep looking at some guitars. Let me just edit this real quick. And then we'll put this right there. All right, so we get a little bit of, what's it called? A little bit of forewarning in case somebody posted something insane. All right, Floyd the Barber says, sorry for so many guitars, but no, it's okay, dude. We're looking at people's stuff. Whoa, we got a Yamaha Pacifica with what looks like a flame maple to it. That's pretty cool. Chat, what do you guys think? Left or right? Left or right? That's pretty cool. Also, if you guys want to post something, if you want to have me look at it, react to it, go for it. I like the background. This is a cool flag. I think the flag is the real star of the show here. That Pacifica is really cool, though. I like the gold hardware. We got gold. But this paint job, looking good, the flame. This is what I'm talking about with the headstocks, though. See this? I don't think it's as good looking as just a regular Strat. You know what I mean? It's a good-looking flame. I would doubt that it's like a real flame because I'll show you something really cool. Or not really cool, but... So typically when you see flames on guitars, it's usually like... Here, I'll show you with another. I got so many props right now. So with a flame, if you look, the reason why flames are so cool is when you move it, you can see the flame kind of shimmer. They call that chatoying. So as you move... Let's see if I can get a good angle for you guys. See how it kind of has like a holographic effect? There you go. That's what people really like. They say that tonally it sounds good, blah blah blah. I don't really care. But it looks cool. People pay extra for it. But the idea is that you only get it so thick on the sides. So if you see like Epiphone or if you see like Harley Benton, Squier even, Yamaha Pacificas. The idea is they usually don't get it thick enough. And when you put a contour on the side, if you look here, see how there's like a little shading? The idea is if you see the flame continue into that, it either means one, that it's, what do they call that? A veneer. So it's a real thin slice, like a Domino's thin crust pizza slice. So the idea is that there's just a whole thing with the contour. So it'll follow it, but there's not a lot of that holographicness. So it looks cool from afar, but if you move it, nothing. You don't see anything with it. But here, when you do that contour, usually if you have a real flame, they'll have to cut it, and it looks really different, and it looks not as good. So they don't typically do contours. So, bottom line, the little spot right here indicates that it's probably just either a veneer or like a photo flame that the Fender had. So, anyways, we'll keep things going for you. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Kurt says, Ghost of Maiden, get out of here, broski. You've badmouthed Patrick more than 1,000 times on your stream. Really? Interesting. You don't like me, dude? Why don't you... Wait, that's quite an accusation. You don't like me, man? Why would you say that? Well, we got some weird accusations going on. Well, I don't know either way. So, either way, I'm going to keep going on with this. But I do like the flame kind of thing. But, yeah, you got the mother of pearl type of pick guard right here, too, if you look in the detail. I'll make it bigger for a second. See how it's all, like, sparkly, speckly? We got a lot of great stuff right there. So, yeah, very cool looking. Very cool looking. Yeah, if you get a flame, usually you don't want, like, a plain piece of plastic like this. But I think it works on Gibsons and stuff like that. That's funny. That's funny. Somebody's getting called out. I don't know what the issue is. I'm not gonna get into that. But I'll tell you what, that is funny. And then you got the Squier, the old standby. Everybody's got one of those. Oh, is this signed by somebody? Is that a signature? Who's it signed by? Who signed this? Super cool band. Rock and roll legends. Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. Look at this. See, everybody ends up with a Squier at least once. So, a Christian new metal band, Decipher. Ooh, that's a cool name. Never heard of them though. So we'll keep it growing. Let me just do this. Move this stuff around. There we go. And like I said, if you guys want to post something, you're more than welcome to. Good luck. getting through to it, though. So where are we at here? We just did that. And then it looks like Cinder's posted a vinyl collection. What is this? We got some pumpkins. We got, what is this? A Gryffindor lion. What is this? Some sort of balloon? Light? Is that Among Us? You know what's funny? I actually have to say something. This is very interesting. I've never played Among Us. Never played it. Maybe I'll play it on the show someday. Never played it. I did have an idea similar to Among Us when I was younger, because it's kind of like if you ever played the, you ever watched the movie The Thing? It's basically The Thing. You don't know who's human, who's not. So it's very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. So, but we got some Smashing Pumpkins. We got the Gryffindor little lion, and then Cinders. What's going on here? Did you just want to sneak in the Among Us? What do they call these little scientists? What are these guys? What's going on there? But yeah, we just see one vinyl record. Speaking of vinyl records, funny thing is that I have looked into making vinyl for my music. So if you like my music, I'm trying to make vinyl, trying to figure that out. So if you want to get updates on that, try and join the Discord, check out the Patreon. I just posted something today. Sitter says, I don't think they have a name. What? No way. Crewmates? I think that sounds right. All right, so I don't know why I yelped like that. That was very funny. All right, so let me just... We'll keep things going. Let me push this up just a little bit more. Oh, yeah, I can see it before anyone else sees something. But, yeah, if you guys want to see something, or if you want to post something, go ahead. So, Max says, I'm not allowed to add a picture in a Pat React channel. Yeah, you got to stick around for a little bit. We're not just going to let anybody post something without me looking at it. So, let's see here. Oh, we got Iron Maiden fan. Ghost of Maiden. Look at this. Super, super fan, it looks like. I recognize this guitar immediately. That's the guys from Iron Maiden. What do we got here? What is this, glue? We got glue. There's a drum. We got Iron Maiden. What's the name of the guy from Iron Maiden? What's that guy's name? You'll know what it is. What's his name? Larry? Stevie? Johnny? Dave Murray? No, the Dave Murray, yes. But what's the name of this guy? He has a name. He's cool. Frank? Charles? Help me out, chat. What's that guy's name? Everybody, what's his name? Eddie? I think it is Eddie. Yeah, that's Eddie. I was like, it's just some name. Rylan? Hold on 1 second. Let me turn on my air conditioning. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's hot in here. Rylan is my name? What? I like the hand, too. Can we all get some thumbs up? We got the arm. Like, hey, man, cool. I do that all the time. Thumbs up. All right. Anyways, so we got Dave Murray, guitar player extraordinaire for Iron Maiden. And we got a Catalyst. Interesting. Is that line 6? I remember when this came out, a lot of people got really mad at this amp. But now it's kind of slowly finding an audience. But sadly, the Boss Katana has just like, boom, really, really undercut that market and really got everybody. So, but let me move this stupid sign that's in the way of everything. But we got the Murray Strat. I know I can just kind of go over a little bit. What do we got in here? Oh, it's a signature? Signature? I didn't know they made it. We got the vintage tuners here, just like on the modern Player 2 Strats and a lot of their vintage reissues. I actually really like those tuners, only because these little spots right here, if you look, it's like, whoop, it like fits your fingers really well. Most modern Strats, it's actually the other way. It's like, swoop, swoop. It's got a little signature there. That's super cool. I like the neck, too. I can see it's pretty round. It doesn't look flat. I don't like flat necks on my guitars often. I like them to be like a, what do they call it? Like a broomstick, if you like a broomstick kind of thing. I actually might have to check this out. So let's see here. We got the pickups. He has like a very unorthodox pickup setup. So you got, what is this? Cool Rails or something? Seymour Duncan. And then we got, what is this? A Duck Bucker, Lil 59. What is that? And then probably a Hot Rail, or is it Hot Rail? I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess. But then we got a Floyd. Is it both Hot Rails? All right, I was right. Don't act like I don't know. I know some of this stuff, even though I've never seen this guitar. But I've seen him use it. I just don't know what it is. Got a Floyd on there. Pretty cool. And then once again, you get that kind of a, what do they call that? Pearlescent, mother of pearl. I don't know what that's called. The really pretty iridescent kind of looking pattern. Looks like angelic. Very cool. Bass Slayer says, "Can I send one of my guitars?" Yeah, sure. If you go to the link in the description, my Discord, Pat Reacts, toast or roast. You can't do stuff right away, but if you hang out in there for a little bit, you can kind of check some stuff out. So, anyways, we'll keep playing some music. Oh, is that what he said? There's a guy named Dave. I love that name, dude. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna give Ghost of Maiden a little respect here, because if I was frustrated and a bunch of people came to my channel and said a bunch of nasty stuff to me about playing certain songs and being obnoxious, like if they said, "Man, can you play some Iron Maiden?" I love Iron Maiden, but if they kept being obnoxious about it, I'd probably tell them to go somewhere else too. So, anyways, back to the show. Oh, I love the Sunburst. Can we talk about something real quick? Let's talk about this. This is a very controversial color. You see this? Does anyone think this looks bad? Anyone think this looks bad? I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks beautiful. But a lot of people don't like this. They call it snooze burst instead of sunburst, because it is not only the most popular color, but it's more popular by like 1,000,000 times. So when you go to a guitar store and they have Strats, I would say 4 out of 6, 4 out of 8, like half of them are gonna be Strats with a 3-tone sunburst. So people don't like this color because it's like, oh, it's all you have. But I think it's a great color. I'm usually like a big fan of just having the most popular colors of stuff. I'm not particularly like picky about that necessarily, but I will say this: Gibson, for example, almost all of their guitars are cherry, 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 black. And then maybe you get a burst or something like that, and that's about it. They almost never make good colors, but now they're starting to make good colors, which is great. The new CEO, whatever his name is, seems to be doing good work. Anybody have a favorite guitar color? My favorite of all time is this one. I like the Lake Placid blue. Gorgeous. It's like silvery blue. Love the metallic. Love it. It's my favorite color for a lot of things. Anybody have a favorite guitar color out there? I know I'm kind of jibber jabbering, but I want to know what you guys think. Favorite guitar color is all the colors. Okay. So you don't have a favorite color, or do you like prismatic colors? What is this guitar show? I mean, we're just hanging out. You're not a color racist? I didn't know you could be a race of color. That's interesting. Anyways, Lake Placid's great. Also Fiesta Red. I think Dakota Red's the best. If you're going to pick a red, I would say Dakota. It's a little darker. I agree with you there, though. Looks good. Can you play guitar? Yeah, I can play. I'm just not playing right now. We're hanging out, buddy. Hey, if you want to post something, we're doing a Pat Reacts. We're talking about guitars. We're showing some stuff. So, anyways, yeah, I really... But Daphne Blue's good. Sonic... You know what sucks, though, for Daphne Blue? Sonic Blue and Daphne Blue. I mean, they fade kind of into the same color. It's really funny. But we'll keep playing some stuff later. But, yeah... Let's keep it rolling, shall we? Let me look at some other pictures of this guitar. There's that Floyd, that pickup on there. There's the headstock. If you didn't know anything about the headstocks, too, this is an interesting thing. This is the logo they used later in the CBS era. What is that, 64, 65, right around there? Like, a lot of Jaguars only have that logo. If you look at it, they call it the block logo or CBS transition logo. Whereas they used to have what they call the spaghetti. They got the spaghetti logo. So, okay, that guy's got to go. Man, talk about wearing out your welcome and trying to be way too hard to be funny. So, anyways, yeah, this is the spaghetti logo. So if you look at it, it has a similar shape, but it doesn't like block out as much. This is another weird thing. Fender does like their F backwards. The E is like a 3, if you look at that. And the R is like a cursive R. So we got a lot of stuff going on there. It's pretty interesting how that works. Let's see what else we got here. Floyd posted another bunch of guitars. Okay. Give me 1 second. It's gonna move some stuff. That way we can see it ahead of time. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. Well, we got some guitars again. What do we got here? Oh, these things are getting oopy-dooped. Let me see here. So we got a guitar here. I see tiny dots on the inlays. I don't know what that is. I don't recognize that guitar. We got some red. Is that from a light? What is that red? We got a K. That was that jazz box we were talking about. That has not been taken care of. That is pretty rough. That is pretty rough. Oof. Yeah, it looks like somebody played. I mean, my guitar. I have a guitar like that. That's a light? It's reflecting? Okay. It's a light. Yeah, my Seagull has been kind of, you can see the light. See all the bumps and stuff and all the scrapes. It has not been taken care of too well, but I've played this for 30 years almost. Yeah, even before I was playing it, it was getting played. Yeah, you can see all the wear marks here and so that stuff. But yeah, this is interesting. Look at the inlays. I think those are called half moon, quarter moon. Pretty interesting how those work. And then you see right here where they, the fingers, somebody played the hell out of that. Look at this. See this wear mark right here? You do not get that on accident. Look at that thing. Somebody's fingers were there, or pick, or like doing something. That thing is huge. I have one like that here, but it is nowhere as big as that. That's nuts. That's shocking. Floyd says, they're my grandpa's? Okay, so he was a shredder. Okay. All right, what else we got here? We got another, what looks like a Harmony or a K. Are these cracks, or is that the wood? That looks like the wood, but I've never seen a top like that. That's very unusual. That is very unusual. We got one that looks like to be another Harmony. The action on that, you can see, is pretty high. So something's going on there. I think the neck's warping. If you don't know what action is, it's where the string, I'll show you real quick. On the guitar, see how, like, when you look down it, it's pretty close. You can't see it with the autofocus. But, yeah, the string's got to be pretty close to it. So the idea is he doesn't have to be super close, but that is like, you could fly a plane under that. Spalted spruce? Maybe. Good call. Let me look that up. Spalted spruce. Usually with spruce, if you don't know anything about acoustics or guitars and stuff like that, the way it works is spruce is what pianos and a lot of other instruments are made out of, because the what's it called? The grain. The grain is just so big and like pretty uniform, and you can see it a mile away. And that spruce, when you cut it and it's just like a solid piece of wood, it really just resonates and it's really loud. I'm not like a big, oh, this wood makes this sound kind of guy, but spruce it's pretty much the de facto. Everybody knows that's what you make an acoustic top out of. So spalted spruce? Yeah, that you might be right. You know, I'm going to go with spalted spruce. Oh, it just says spalted. I keep saying spalted / Sitka spruce. Is there such a thing as spalted spruce? I don't know. That's really weird. I've just never seen a top on an acoustic like that. If you look, this one, you can see these big ribbons right here, these two big ribbons. I don't know what that is. It should be spruce, but typically on acoustic guitars, you can see they're like, I don't know, maybe a millimeter, 2 millimeters long. So GameX says, last night's Nirvana night got copyrighted and taken down. Yes, it did, unfortunately. I was going to talk about that later, but yeah, sadly, it looks like YouTube's algorithm picked up some songs or something, or maybe they're enforcing some things differently. So we might have to take some songs off of the show. I think Lithium is one of them, sadly. So that's why we're not playing songs right now on the show. We're kind of just hanging out. But it was kind of worrying. But I wanted to make this just so we can have something to do and hang out. So we can hang out. Not that dude says, that's stupid, dude. That's a fun little joke, but yeah, that's dumb. You guys are dumb when you do that. Hey, you guys think these two separate people are the same person? No, nobody thinks that. It's a fun theory. It's funny, but no, it's not true. Come on. Anyways, Jude says, do you react to fan music? Well, here's the problem. We could do that. But the problem is that copyright. So I wanted to start the stream over a little bit later. It's 4:16 now. Maybe in about 15 minutes. I don't know. But the idea is that if you're playing music on the show, it could be copyrighted, and more than likely it is, and they won't let you play it on the show. Most of the time, they're okay with it. They license you to do it. You just can't make money off of the episode. But we're not going to do that right now. We'll do it later. So the answer is yes, not right now, and it'll be complicated. So we'll see. It's definitely not going to be for free. I'll tell you that much. We'll see what we can do, though. But all right, so we got some cool stuff. Let me go back down. We got another thing from Ghost of Maiden. Green strings on a mini Strat. We got Christmas themes, everybody. Can we get some Christmas trees in the chat? Let's see here. We got some cool stickers that are fading away. Yep, if you put a sticker or anything there, it will wear off. Yep, that's one of those things. Yeah, you will have that sticker worn off. This looks like a mini Squire Strat. Look at tiny. Look how small that space is. Yeah. And then we got a cool looking sticker here. I'm a big proponent. What do you guys think? Stickers on guitars, good or bad? Can we get some thumbs up for good? Thumbs down for bad? I think I'm a big fan of stickers for guitars. I like it. I got a couple stickers on my guitars. Not all of them, but a couple of them. Like this one, I have a really cool Junji Ito sticker. It's like holographic, so I think it looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan of it. Also, this is covered in black electric tape, so so what is going on in the chat? Why is Ghost of Maiden getting so much hate right now? This is very strange. This is very strange. Ghost of Maiden, looks like you're a little celebrity. You're getting attacked. You roast Nirvana on stream? Hold on a second. All right, that changes things a little bit. What'd you say? It's a running joke? Okay. Because, I mean, we make fun of certain bands, certain people. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, I know a lot of the Kurt Cobain jokes and things like that. I know them. I see them all the time. And it's your show. But it is kind of funny that somebody that makes fun of Nirvana, apparently, is hanging out with one of the Nirvana tribute guys. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, man? What are you doing here? What are you doing? What's going on here? I respect your work when you're not playing it. That's got to be amazingly difficult for you to do. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. Depending on what you say off the show, I get it. It's on. You're on my show right now. But I'll tell you this. It depends on what you say. Because obviously people pick on other bands and stuff. But there are lines in my community that definitely don't get crossed for certain things. But we're not talking about that right now. But, yeah, if you say certain things that are like, for example, I'm not saying you do it, but I'll give you an example of some of the things that I value. So, like, for example, if somebody's on another show, and I'm not saying you do it, but if somebody were on another show and they were being, homophobic or they were being cruel to women or people that are kind of dogged on by society, you know what I mean? That's what I don't like. So, that being said, if you don't like a band, that's cool. But there are people that'll say stuff like, about his suicide that's pretty serious. And I don't think those jokes are that funny. And I get they can be, but if you're on a platform and you're like promoting stuff and doing certain things, that's where I'm like, that's where it gets a little bit dodgy. So again, you're hanging out, you're being cool here, but I got my eye on you. Anyways, let's see what we got. I need to monitor this person, Baron says. No, I'm not going to do that, dude. What I'm saying is that, let me put it this way. I'll give you guys an example. So I've had people that have joined the Discord and had like racist stuff on their like bio. And I'll be like, you have to go. Like, I don't think that's funny. Get out of here. And they'll be like, no, man, I really like your music. And I'm like, psh, ban hammer. You know what I mean? I don't like that stuff. I don't want to be associated with things like that. I mean, let me put it this way. You can laugh at stuff. You can think things are funny. But when you actually act out those things by putting it in your bio, by telling people that you hate certain people based off of things they can't control, and there's nothing they can do about it, that's when I have a problem. So I won't associate with people like that. If you make fun of Guns N' Roses, cool. Guns N' Roses can be annoying. But if you make fun of people like Axl does from Guns N' Roses, that's not cool. So that's all I'm saying. I'm going to drop I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But that's what I'm saying here, is that if somebody is cruel out of a context of being funny about things that I don't think should be joked about, unless it actually is funny, I guess. But that's all I'm going to say, is that I don't support people like that. I won't let you hear. So I don't know what's going on with you. I know there's people out here that recognize you, and it looks like it's probably the same person using alt accounts, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but we'll see. Anyways, we're going to go back to checking out guitars, seeing some stuff, because I do think this is cool. I do like these stickers. Even though this one's faded, I do like that. The faded, it gives that lived-in character. This is something I always say about relic guitars. Does anybody have a relic guitar? Anybody have anything that's a guitar that's like worn in and just, used up with a patina, the metal's kind of getting degraded, things like that? I think that looks so cool. I think relic guitars are super cool. I know they're controversial because they're not natural and you need blah, blah, blah. Used guitars. You didn't put any of that stuff on there. Why are you criticizing this thing? Just because somebody said they wanted their guitar to look a certain way. That's my opinion on that. I think you should have your guitar look however you want. It's your guitar. However, the idea is that the people that are complaining about other people's guitar being not the correct form of wearing and stuff like that, it's just get that out of here. Yeah, see, dude, you're welcome to be like, I don't like Nirvana. And I'm going to be like, dude, that's cool. Because I'm sure there's bands that I don't like Oasis. I know a lot of people like Oasis, and they've got some good music, but I don't like them. And I usually dog on them a little bit. I usually go more like no Oasis, and then I move on. But, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. We'll keep going. But I do like this. I like the wear mark here. I like how the stickers are fading, things like that. A lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff on here, so... let me see what else we got. Let me just edit this real quick. There we go. And there's just pictures of the same guitar. Yes. Okay, so we won't click on all those because they're pretty much the same picture. But that being said, I do like it. Floyd posted a mandolin. You guys ever see one of these? Anyone ever see a mandolin before? If you've never heard of a mandolin, mandolin, violin. Cyrus says, is this another gear toaster roast? Pretty much, yeah. We're just looking at stuff, hanging out, talking about guitars. Ghost says, Pat, you missed my tuning peg. It's made of Lego. Oh, hold on. We got to go back for that. Oh, a little picture is out of focus. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. That is actually interesting. That is very, very cool engineering there. I don't know how well that works, but that's pretty cool. Chat, you guys like that? We got a tuning peg with Lego. If that makes sense, hey, I'm a big fan of what do you have? Can you use this? Instead of necessarily the right tool for the job, use what works. I think that's cool. I like it. That's very, very cool engineering. All right, but back to the mandolin. So if you don't know what a mandolin is, it is basically a folk instrument that has 8 strings, 2 pairs of 4. So it's like a kind of a cross between a 12-string, a violin, a guitar. If you don't know a good example of what they sound like, I would listen to Going to California from Led Zeppelin. That's like the best mandolin song. If you want to listen, I can't play it right now because it's copyright, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, mandolins are sick. What is this? Is this a Mitchell? Probably a Mitchell. I don't know. What does that say up there? I can't tell. I can't read it. It's a little too out of focus. But yeah, mandolins are sick. I like them. I would never buy one, though. They are scary to tune. You want to scare somebody? Tune one. Johnson? Okay. Not too far off. All right, so what do we got here? So we got off-brand Telly. Look at this thing. Speaking of relicking, this is a picture with a clear pick guard of an American flag, and you got like this kind of smoky burst to it. I personally wouldn't buy something like this, but I could see the appeal of Telecasters. America. Exactly, Sarah. America. With the bed right here. Very America. But cool. Tellys are cool. I haven't found the right Telly yet. I have not found one. So, yeah. So we'll keep going. We got some violins. I don't know much about violins, so I'm not going to look at those, sadly. Floyd with a banjo. I don't know much about banjos either. Oops. So I'm gonna hit that, and then we're good on that. Actually, we got a whole bunch of space over here a little bit. I can kind of take away. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, I'm not a big banjo guy, but we got a banjo in there. And then we got another one from Yuri saying off-brand, low-quality Les Paul and Nirvana pedal. What do we got here? Dude, are you kidding? You have an LTD Eclipse and you called it an off-brand Les Paul? Chat, does anyone know what this is? What is this, an EC? It's not an EC1000, is it? Is it? EC1000s, they have... That's like saying, I don't know, man, I just have like a cool Ferrari. Not really Ferrari, but, you know, maybe a Aston Martin. Off-brand Les Paul. Dude, these are great. Have you played these? Has anyone played one of these? These are awesome. These are so good. LTD, in my opinion, after Fender and Gibson and PRS, and then I would say after them, and then the acoustic brands, which I'm not going to mention. For electric guitars, I think LTD has the best designs for anybody not really trying to buy like American. Like at LTD, their designs are genius. They took very Japanese in the respect that they go, what is this? I like this. We're going to make this, but we're going to do it better. Not that it's necessarily better, but they want to do that. So let's go over why this guitar is so interesting. This is a very interesting guitar. So the idea is that if you look at it, it's got the single cut Les Paul shape, right? It's got this kind of shape, but it's more geared towards metal guitar players. And they somehow found a little spot, a little niche right there. So it's pretty cool how they do this. So what they do is it's a little bit thinner in the body. This is a pretty thick body. It's not huge, but it's a lot of weight. So they said, we don't want to do that. We're going to make it a little bit thinner. So they made it a little bit thinner this way. They simplified the controls. If you look where the knobs are, they're not all the way down here. They're a little bit Cherry says, that was a joke. Okay, but still, I'm just letting you know. They're cool. They're very cool. I really like these guitars. If somebody said, what was the next brand you're going to probably buy from after, like, Les Pauls and Gibsons and Fenders and things like that, LTD is pretty high on my list, for sure. For sure. But anyways, just these very thoughtful modifications to them. They're very cool. I really like them. Yeah, but if you look at it, it's a very similar design. They just they thought of the inlays, instead of them being a trapezoid, they're like little flags. I think that might be their weakest innovation, but it still looks good from afar, especially. But just the fact that the guitar is thinner, it has a more friendly, what do they call it, ergonomics to it. It's very smart guitar. I really like them. Yeah, I'm really big fan. I think they're excellent. The sharpness to right here, you can sit with it. I don't know. I'm just saying they're great guitars. I think they're excellent. I highly recommend LTD stuff. Even their inexpensive stuff is great. So I really like them. So what do we got here? Floyd. Ooh, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get you. All right. Anyways, we got a blue Telecaster. Looks like an at home. We got a 5-string. We got a 5-string here. So this looks like a parts caster. Looks like something you built or maybe you modified. Just going off the theme from earlier with the Lego. Look at that arm. We get some wear where the arm was. Looks like you used, what is this, watercolor paint? You built it? Yep, I can tell. Yep. Telecasters. I always wanted to build a Telecaster. The fretboard's a little dry. That'll be okay, but dude, Tellies will do you right. They're great guitars. Tellies will do you right. You got the bridge plate. Nothing on the sides. Just right here. Nothing to hit your hand on, really. Smart. Yeah, Telecasters will do you right. I just haven't found one I loved yet. I got to be comfortable when I play. I've got my shirt unbuttoned. I got my guitars the way I want them. Got the AC. I got to be comfortable. So Tellies they're not comfortable enough for me. You know what I mean? They're not comfortable enough. So, but great color. Love the blue. I got the blues. Also, really like how it was a white pickguard. And you painted it black. I see a black pickguard and I want it painted, or white pickguard and I want it painted black. Looks like the paint's chipping off here or something. I used a Sharpie once. I got a Sharpie and I drew on my pickguard. Hilarious how that works. But yeah, I could see it. I could see the vision. So love it. All right, so let me see here. What else we got? We got that. Dude, this is so cool. Oh, I like how this says, this was a joke. How are you typing in there? You're not supposed to be allowed to type in there. All right, everybody. Be prepared. We need some toast. I want to have everybody ready to either put some toast or roast in the chat. Ready? The next thing will shock you. Are you guys ready? I'm going to show you guys what the next post is. We're going to talk about this. Somebody thought they were being silly. All right, ready? Somebody did a bald version of me in the chat. What the hell is that? What is that? What is this? I look like I have a thumb. Come on now. What are you talking about? I got full head of hair, baby. For long. Not for long. I don't know. Hopefully. My grandpa had full head of hair until the day he died. So, Grandpa Joe. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. You guys are saying toast. I can't believe you guys. What if I shave my head right on the stream? Patrick Baldy. He's like an evil version of me. Hold on, we need to do something. For the people that are just joining us, they're probably like, what the? We're going to do something. Hold on. Ah! All right. Enough of that. All right. I think that's the last bit of stuff that was posted so far. So, folks, if you've enjoyed this, we do toaster roast sometimes, very rarely. Maybe we'll do them on Sundays. Maybe we have like a nice little hangout session. So, Andrew Tate, nah, come on, man, no way, no way, get out of here, get him out of here. Floyd the Barber says I sent another. You got a cigar box guitar? I've seen these before. You can build these. If you guys don't know what this is, a cigar box. Floyd's just taking over the show. Yeah, these are cigar box guitars. You can buy these. I think these are a kit. How much was this? Like $30, $40? I don't even think this is technically wood. I think this is like paper. Yeah, this is a cigar box guitar. Literally, what you do is back in the day, you'd get a literal cigar box, and you would just hammer it shut, make sure it's good to go, and then you could put F holes or a hole in the center, whatever you want to do. And then this one has like a screw, like a grub screw or whatever that is. And then you got the little strings right here. And typically what people do with these is they play slide guitar. So you get a slide like, here, I'll show you. We'll use my Jaguar. All the British people are freaking out. It's Jaguar. You yank. No, they're right. But I'm going to say it anyways. So what you do is you get a guitar and you tune it to, what is it, open tuning? And then you can use anything. I have a little glass right here. There's some milk in it, but actually I should probably use something else. Got a little washer thing or a socket. I need to get something else. We gotta get something with I have a you can use a battery if you got a battery. Maybe a slide. I don't think I have anything with a slide. Here, hold on. Action's not high enough, but. Terrible example, but yeah, you could get open tuning. I wish I had. Can I get something? Can I get like a spoon or something? Hold on. Let me get a slide. Let me do it right. That glass wasn't working. Give me 1 second, everybody. Everybody just go look at this. Let me get a slide. Do I have a battery at least? Gotta have something. Gotta have something. I don't think that'll work. I don't think I have anything right now. I thought I had a screwdriver. Gotta have something. Well. So I can die easy. I don't know where I put my slide. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Alright, I guess I can't show you. If I had a battery. Do I have a battery? No, I don't have a battery. Sorry, everybody. No slide. Sorry. So I can't do that. No slide. Put Floyd Rose on it? No. Oh, you're talking about the cigar box. Yeah, go ahead, do that. Jonathan, there's a video linked in my profile with all my equipment. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. All right, everybody. I think we're done talking about guitars and doing a Pat Reacts. So I think we're going to play some music for an hour or two after that. Yeah, a lot of people buy these. You can just go to a store and just pull it out of a pack. Yeah, a lot of people buy those. So anyways, I think that's it. Again, thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out, looking through all these guitars and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart the show. We're going to have this video up on the live after this, and you guys can check it out, and then we'll see what we can do. But we got a whole bunch of music we're going to play. We're not going to be able to do a whole show today. I got some stuff I have to do later, but we're going to play some music. So, again, thank you guys so much for being here. Everyone say thank you to the folks that are helping out and enjoying the show. Weird how we had some controversy earlier, too. We can't have a good time without people trying to spoil it. But if you saw something cool, please check it out. I know Abby had really, really beautiful art. We got the works of Abby on Instagram. If you guys want to buy some art, check some more of it out. I do really like that. I thought it was really cool looking. So if you guys like it, please check it out. And then join the Discord if you'd like to. Yeah, join the Discord if you guys want to check it out. I think it's excellent. Oh, Abby's in the chat. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. All right, hold on one second. What else you got? You got anything on Instagram? Let's go to Instagram real quick. The works of Abby, right? Works of Abby. We'll check this out. I want to see what this is. You can't plug the Instagram and not get, checked out. You know what I mean? Well, so I can die easy. Well. The works of Abby. Let's see what we got. All right. Oh, it's the same stuff. You need to post more stuff on there. You got to post more of that art. We'll be able to show it again. So, again, everyone say thank you to all the folks that sent something and we got to look at, and we'll have a good time. But, yeah, if you guys liked anything, I love this art. It's beautiful art. If you guys see something you like or if you want to talk about it, please check it. No, Floyd, get out of here. I know what you're doing. But we're going to play some music. I'm going to restart the stream. We're going to go back to playing some music for a bit of time, and then we will have a good time. So, are you guys ready? I hope you guys have a good time tonight. We're going to hang out in just a minute or two. So people are like, no. You have to look at the video that I already saw. I told you not to repost stuff. Don't do that. Anyways, all right. Goodbye. I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'll be back. Bye.